Hey everybody, happy Monday. It is the last day of January, and I have my trusty notes again today. So today's going to kind of be about your purpose and your meaning, and that it's not that hard to figure out, even though some of us think it's impossible. And we're starting with a little quote from the Apostle Paul, Ephesians 4:1. I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received, for you have been called by God. We all have a purpose. We all have a calling. So use your unique gifts and talents God created you with. We all have them. Our lives, regardless of what we've been through, have equipped us for our unique purpose. So like back in the day, I could put a crying baby to sleep, no problem. Or calm down a toddler, get them to take a nap, whatever. Whether it was, with the baby, whether I bounced them, rocked them, hummed to them, sung a song, whatever. It was just my thing, and I loved it, and I was very passionate about it. It's just, I would seek them out. But the stuff of our past kind of equip us for that, right? So when I was super young, my heart was devoted to seeking out these kids, and just to make them laugh and feel happy and safe and loved, and it was just my thing. It's just what I did. My mom passed away just before I turned 8. And as an adult now, I can see the trauma that left me clueless for kids 8 and older. I only knew how to love kids like my mom loved me until she wasn't here to love me anymore. So kids between like 8 and 15, I never wanted anything to do with. I never really understood why, but like, oof, no, just no. But kids 8 and under, all day long, I would I would seek them out. So it's, and I didn't realize until I was an adult, what kind of trauma that I had been impacted with. So, it was a big deal. But I didn't know that that's why I probably really went to those younger kids, the toddlers and the babies and whatnot. That's what I knew as a mother, if you will, or those mothering instincts, I think, that you get from your own parent. So, but the point is, there's correlation to things we've gone through that equip us for our purpose. And, I don't really any longer seek out the babies or the toddlers as much as I did when I was younger. But I know that when I'm in a room and there are little kids, I am like happier. It's just my peaceful place, I guess. It's a feel-good connection for me. And now I'm in my 40s, and my life has definitely changed. It's evolved. We're all constantly being shaped and molded. And I do still struggle with 8 to 15-year-old kids. Not my own so much as other people's. It's some other people's kids you gotta look out for. But needless to say, I'm much better with them than I was 20 years ago. So now I'm more focused on adults, and not just women, but men and women. And I think just because we've all been through something, right? We're all broken in some form or fashion, but we don't have to stay that way. We all have gifts and talents, and it's okay to revisit your past and try to find your why. Like, why do I feel this way? Why am I passionate about this and I can't stand that? Or why do I want to do this one thing so bad versus this other thing, or whatever? All of us have a why, and we just kind of have to figure that out. Once you find it, connect it to your passions that you have now and find your calling. And we aren't supposed to stay broken, and we weren't intended to be a constant broken people. And when I say revisit your past, I know everybody's like, screw that. I left that 20 years ago. I ain't going back. I ain't doing that again. It's just a little visit. It's just a little stroll through memory lane. It's just a visit, because your perspective now is not the same as it was 20 years ago. So if you just take a little stroll through memory lane as an adult, or in the place in your life where you are now, it's going to be different than it was when you were going through whatever it was you were going through 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 5 minutes ago, whatever. It's still something that was in your past that you kind of need to deal with today. And a lot of people don't like that. No, we don't want to go back there. We don't want to relive those moments or whatever that the pain that we had at one point in time in our lives. But if you don't check it out and try to understand why you are who you are today and what benefit you could do with that experience, then you're probably not going to find your purpose or your calling. So put on the brave face, put on the courage, pull up your big girl panties, and take a stroll down memory lane. It is doable. Live a life worthy of your calling. It's as simple as that. Again, people, don't make it so complicated, and just be brave about it. And it includes being humble, gentle, patient, understanding, and peaceful, and kind. And I know that there's probably a few of you out there that think that some of these are just unreachable, right? I know that I have spent years of my life thinking, oh my God, peace? What the hell is that? I ain't never gonna have no peace. And just going through life without it because I didn't think it was reachable. But it is. I promise you, it is. You just have to be willing to reach out for it and accept it. And it's hard. It's harder said than done, but we are all capable, every damn last one of us. So go on, find what you're passionate about, find your why, and live your best life. It's not too late, and life is too damn short not to do it. So I urge everybody today to go and try to find your why, and find a quiet place somewhere tonight, this week, this weekend, maybe even, you know, next Monday, whatever, and just take a stroll through memory lane, through something that sucked in your life, because we all have moments that have fucking sucked. But we got through it. You're here today. So whatever it was that you went through way back when, you made it. So give yourself a little pat on the back. And, you know, take a look, figure it out. Some of you have already figured it out, and kudos to you. Rock on, because it's awesome. So that's my thing today. So I hope everybody's doing well, and no matter what you're going through, you got this. You absolutely got this. I'll talk to you next time.